Over the next 2 days, the plan is to fish the entire length of the Northumberland coastline. The county is fishing really well at the moment, and I thought instead of getting a taste of it by fishing a mark or two, I would aim for the full flavour. On this trip, I'll be targeting pollock, haddock, anything the North Sea has to offer, but especially cod. I would love to catch a big cod. Anything over £5 would make this trip more than worthwhile, and it's been something that I have been really trying for this season. I'm really hoping that the Northumberland coastline can give me that one fish. Fish on! Reel like hell! To avoid clickbait, I decided to start off this video right down at the bottom of the county at Seaton Sluice. I arrived and decided that a mark 5 minutes down the coastline looked more productive, so unwittingly I headed over the Northumberland border into Newcastle upon Tyne, which after all my efforts does in fact make this video clickbait. So I'm hoping to fish 6 or 7 different marks in this video. The first one I've come to is St Mary's Island. It's a new mark, as will most of the marks I'll fish in this video will be. And we're going to be targeting a channel. You can see rocks over there, and this is a channel that goes down right to the shoreline there. Now I was really hoping there wasn't going to be much wildlife around here, but unfortunately there are actually quite a few seals. You can see one just here. Bring it on to focus. Apart from the seals, I have to say I do really like the look of this mark. So without further ado, let's get a rod into the water. Okay, well, first cast of the Northumberland cod hunt. Let's get her in. Okay, so we're on to the third cast at this mark. We haven't had a bite yet, which is fine. What I'm going to do though is, when the tide ebbs out a little further, I'm going to head back around the coastline and then we're going to go onto this spit. Seems to be a much larger bay that I can cast into off of that spit. So if we don't pick up a cod here in the next couple of casts, we'll be over there for this evening's session. Yep, that's a bite. All right, third cast. That was a decent bite as well there, guys. Hopefully we can get another knock. Yep. Nothing big. Oh, might be snag. Yep, no, this is a fish. Oh, he's digging down. Oh wow, there's a lot of snags out there. We're in a snag. Well, if there is a fish on there, I'm hoping that that's going to be able to get me out of the snag itself. Snapped me off. I couldn't get out, unfortunately. We've lost that there. Lost the whole rig, unfortunately. Oh well, we'll get baited back up. So while I'm waiting for the spit to empty out enough so I can access it, I'm having a look at Navionics to have a look if anywhere else is going to be worth fishing. And you can see here on the other side of the head there's a hole which is 8 meters really shallow into the shore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to the other side of the head and have a couple of casts here and just give this bit another hour or so, because that looks like it could be full of fish. Heading over to the other side of the island, I discovered a huge pod of seals, likely there to nurture their pups over the winter. I estimated that there was anywhere from 50 to 100 of them. I figured that they wouldn't want to be disturbed, and they probably would have eaten all of the fish in the area anyway. With this knowledge, I headed over to the spit to try and create as big of a gap as I could between my bait and the seals. Alright, so I'm just tying up the last bait for this mark here. I've been here for maybe 4 hours now and I haven't had a fish. I think the seals have eaten a lot of the fish around this area, so I'm going to head up the coastline a little bit, get on Google Maps when I get back to the car and find somewhere else which is looking good for a low water mark for the rest of this evening. So I've just got down to this other mark. I will give you a drone shot of down here, which I took the other day. Obviously it's dark now, so I can't really do much filming, but These are the baits that I'm chucking at the moment. This is a half a mackerel head. You can see I've just literally left half the head there, gone straight through the middle, left all the guts in as well, and then a big chunk of carp on there as well. And I find with mackerel, you may as well just keep them whole. The amount of scent that comes out the guts is ridiculous. I mean, look at my fingers, that's not carp, that's mackerel blood. That is just pure scent, and that's got to be ideal for cod. I've had a lot of luck with using these baits as well, so I'm hoping this is going to be able to get us a fish. So yeah, as I said, I'll be down here for probably 3.5 hours. We'll see how we get on. I mean, I'd be keen to stay down here for like 5, but I just don't have infinite amount of bomb weights. I've got, well, I think I chucked about 20 in the bag, and I think I've already lost about 6. So we're just gonna have to go until I can't really afford to lose any more bomb weights. But I'm feeling quite good. The tide has just turned, so we're going to be fishing the flood now, which is probably my favourite tide to fish. I think on a mark like this it'll fish quite well. Let's just hope that there are actually some cod knocking about. Alright then, so I fished here for about 3.5 hours. It's been pretty rough as a whole. The one positive to take out of this session is that my bag has about halved in weight. I've lost that many leads. So at least I'll be lighter back to the car. I'm going to be camping tonight, so I need to go find myself somewhere to camp and then make a plan for what tomorrow is going to bring. Hawksley was the mark which I decided to start off at. I headed right out to the end of the longest spit and spent a couple of hours enjoying a pleasant January sunrise. Unfortunately, it was without a bite, and I decided to head back into the car and head straight to Beadnell. By pure coincidence, I drove past the Dunstanburgh Castle sign and I must have seen a siren in its letters. Luckily for me, this siren must have been the friendly type, and it lured me into a very successful fate. Okay, well I'm down at the point on Dunstanburgh and I've decided to take a little bit of a gamble. I'm going to stay here for the rest of the day. I'm going to stay here for probably 3 hours into darkness. It is 2 o'clock now. I've been here since I think about 10:30. Daytime fishing is turning out to be really bad, but I genuinely think that there are fish around the area. They're just not awake or not feeding at the moment or whatever it is, but I do think they will be feeding as it gets dark. So I'm thinking of staying here till probably around 8 o'clock this evening and then going to the next mark. But obviously it is a gamble, because if I wait around for that long and there aren't fish here, then it's going to mean that we are maybe sacrificing catching fish at different marks. Yeah, tough call. I haven't even got lunch here, so I'm just going to starve for a bit. But I think that this is going to be the plan. The nice thing about fishing here is the tackle loss is minimal and the swell isn't too bad because I'm quite away from the shoreline. So I'm not just getting dragged around and not holding bottom and stuff like that. So it's quite convenient, but I'm not catching. So that gives us about 6 hours So that's got to be enough time to catch a fish. It has to be. Come on. One fish. I'm not after hundreds. It's one cod. See how we got him. Could be a fish, actually. I think this is going to be a fish. Yeah, fish on. What we have? Whiting, probably. Oh, blimey. That is a weird fish. I think that that's a coley, but blimey, yeah, that's a decent coley. Look at the colours of it. Really quite white. A sand coley. I'm not used to seeing them. There we go. First fish from Dunstanburgh. Lovely, nice sized coley. But yeah, he's gonna have to go as bait. I will use him for bait. It's just, he's got one of the girls, which is always a shame. Many casts, a crab and a lot of evening preparation later, I headed to the other side of the castle where I would begin my night. Breather on a lot of weed. Oh, God. We're in a snag. Oh, we've got a fish. Let's just come out. We're gonna be in a snag, I think. Could be a cod. Oh, it is! It is a cod! Oh my God! Flipping hell, guys! This has been a grind, but we've got a cod here. Lovely, that's quite a nice cod as well. Oh, come on! That was the sketchiest fight of my life. I think there's a deep ledge, and it's coming up and up and up, and this cod was literally just burying himself into it. Every time I'd get him out of a snag, straight back into another one. It happened like 3 times there. Get in! Right. Let's have a look at this fish. There we go, guys. That's what I've been after. That is a lovely little codlin. Obviously not massive. The fight there was just unbelievable. My braid was all tangled around the rocks, really close in as well. So I didn't even think we had a fish on there. But have a look at that. That's a lovely little codlin. There we go. Dunstanburgh Castle is a success. We have caught a cod. But it's definitely not over. This is just a start, I hope. Now we've seen one fish, I'm definitely going to stay, and I'm definitely going to fish for another few hours. I think we had 3 bites there, so we missed the first 2, finally got on this one here, but there could be a few cod about actually. There could really be a few more out there, so obviously it would be illegal not to have another cast, or another 10 or 15, you know. After getting a lovely cod. Fantastic. Just a little guy, but this one's gonna go back. Well, there we go, guys. Got him unhooked. I'm gonna have to chuck him back. Let's go. Whoop. There we go. And he should be fine. Brilliant. Okay, it's been 2 minutes since that cod. Yep, this is a bite. Oh my God. Hopefully we can get this one without issue. Fish on. Nice fish on. This is a big fish. Might have just been fighting really hard. Nope, this is a decent fish. Oh my God. Right. It's not going to be easy, this. Not at all. It's hard to tell how big this is, but this could be decent. This could be decent. Definitely bigger than the last. Oh, he's just here. Oh my God, there we go, guys. Another flipping cod. I'm gonna have to leg it because my phone's gonna die. I need that camera. Oh my God, there's a lot of cod. Please still be on. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to make this super quick. That is a lovely cod. That's more flipping like it. That is a lovely cod. £1.5 maybe. That's a beast. That was literally 2-3 minutes after the last cod. There is clearly a shoal about. I need to be quick, get this rod straight back out. What a beast. Come on. Okay then guys, so I'm just gonna let you know what's just happened there real quick. Basically, I've just lost the biggest cod of the night. I instantly struck into it, reeled like absolute hell to try and get it over that ledge. Got it over the ledge. It was literally about 10 foot away from me. It was literally in a swell beneath me. Came off. That was a huge fish. My arms nearly fell off. Honestly, I could not reel anymore by the time I got there. Like, I was literally like, that was it. This is the thing with not having enough weights and not using rotten bottoms. You have to just play them insanely. You've just got to go mental. And that's the reason I lost the fish, because I had to go mental, because I just really want to stay. I really could spend all night long here, but I'm onto my last lead, so I've got to just be extremely careful. So gutted to have lost the biggest fish there. We've got the rod back out, we're back fishing, and we've got a chance of another. Over that ledge is just nuts. You get it over that ledge and it's a bite within 5 minutes. I'm hoping that I've got it over the ledge again here. I absolutely launched it again, so we're just gonna have to hope for the best. Hopefully we can get the next one in, but a bit of a shame to have lost that fish. Fish on! Yep, fish on! Yeah, we're on the whiting. Your bog standard size. Yep, nice whiting. Absolutely nailed that J-hook. What a pleasant surprise that is. If we hadn't have caught here, then I don't know what I would have done with the rest of this video. Honestly, quite likely just deleted it if we hadn't caught later on, which we still have a chance to do, by the way. We're going to go to Beadnell next, and then we're going to go right up along the Northumberland coast, get right to the north end, and we'll have a couple of hours at a mark right up at the top. Let's get down to Beadnell. Okay, so I'm making my way down to Beadnell now. The truth is, my legs are tired, I'm shattered, and I want my bed. But the one thing keeping me going here is I've heard that Beadnell has been fishing quite well recently, so it'd be nice to get a cod or two. Alright, let's get down and get a rod in. So the first cast at a new mark is always quite an informative one. It'll give you a good idea of what the ground's like, if there's fish about, how deep the ground is, but most importantly, how expensive the session's gonna be. There we go, come on. Now that is not bad. After another 2 hours, I headed up to the north end of Northumberland, where I only managed 2 casts. Alright then guys, so I've just been to last mark there. I've had 2 casts down there only, and I've lost 2 rigs, my last 2 rigs as well. And it's 12 o'clock now, so there's no chance in hell that I'm going to start tying new rigs at this time. Overall, it's been pretty good. I think in the last 24 hours I fished for 17 and a half of them, so it's been a heavy couple of days, I can't lie. But it's been great fun, I've loved every second of it. Fishing wise, it's gone okay. It has not gone as well as it could have gone, but it's definitely not gone badly. We did get a couple of cod and a coley down at Beadnell. So overall, a few fish. We haven't blanked. I'm super happy with it, really. I think next time we could have caught more if I'd done it again. I just think that I would have gone with maybe bigger seas, maybe fishing a day or 2 after a strong easterly. But we didn't blank, so overall a really good result. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.